Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cat Monarch, and once again, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I thought I'd just check over my little things to watch list to see if there was anything that we'd gotten a significant amount of, enough to play. And by and large, no. There's some stuff that I had forgotten about, like we have a number of Therion cards. So we could possibly do something with these and kind of like, you know, the Bungus deck. Forgotten that we kind of had a Mech Phantom Beast lineup, not the extra deck, but that's not the important part, I think. I think the important part for us would be the main deck. Yeah, not much in the way of bestials and such, but there's a few things here which are slowly picking up, which, you know, we said we should keep an eye on these some time ago, and would you look at that? We actually have a number of cards for some of these strategies. Rescue Ace I don't think is one of them. No. But Amorphage we have a lot of the pendulums for. We have the field spell, which can ritual summon this, which is a main phase skip. It hits 3 of your extra deck types, which is pretty solid. We've oh yeah, an amount of Earthbound Mortal stuff. We have a deck for vampires, we have a deck for generator, and I'm trying to think about what the third one was, and I can't remember. We have, you know, some Boral cards, some high-end Boral cards, but probably not enough to play them. Anyway, let's stop thinking about that. So, last we left off, I didn't actually check at the end of the last stream, we have nearly got 400 wins under our belt, which nicely cushions us for our 33% that I'm arbitrarily trying to stick to, you know? Master Duel Proficiency, our clear condition, right, Tribute, Synchro, and Link. Something that's actually completely feasible with most of our decks, generally. And we will be building up a new deck, or two. Well, maybe rebuilding is the correct term. Machine and Stun or Floodgate, you know, whatever you want to say. The unfun deck for the opponent. I know this one can be plenty unfun, but the really unfun one. Stall, no effects, kaijus everywhere. It works. Which only gets better now that we have Gabdala. Well, Torrential Sangan is an FTK, surely. We have a kaiju. We have something to get rid. We've drawn the worm target for Yazi, which is a bit unfortunate. Hope you're all doing well anyway. Hope everyone's having a good time. Hope I remember to turn on the music one of these days. There we go. Microphone's running. Everything's good. Well, if you're starting with that, it is indeed ice barriers. This could be a severe problem for us. Might not be, but you never know. Okay, that is a special summon. I think we have to Torrential here, because otherwise they get into a 10 for free. Yeah, you summon that. I don't like it, but I think we do have to do it. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a good time. Hope you're all loving life. At the moment, I can't say, you know, much has changed. Days have been very much the same. Testing out, like, a mirror format thing on Hard Like Joe's server, which is interesting. That's fun. I think we just want this one. And, yeah, it's a good time. That's taken up a lot of my spare time, which is why I haven't necessarily got round to making a machine or a stun revision for the decks that we do have for this. Other than that, I guess, been watching my brother's friend play Dark Souls 1 for the first time. He finished his run recently. I missed the end of it, but I did see him have a few attempts at Manus. Saw him fight Artorias once. And, you know, it was a learning experience, I guess, seeing it from the new person's perspective again. I don't think Tarantula's going to matter much in this matchup, but, you know, you can try, right? What's the point of not giving it a whirl? Was it the right play? I think it was, right? Just always. Because the thing is, the 10 synchro they make is the Ice Jade, which is a real problem. They could have made the Ice Barrier one, which would also be an issue. Fuck you. Mooling Glacier is only fun when I resolve it. Reason I say that is because, you know, I used to use it in Earth's Arctics once upon a time. It's only fun when I do it. How dare you hand-trip me, a poor child using a Masochist deck. Who apparently is getting nice look with the coin tosses and not much else. What else been up to? Yeah, really not a whole lot. Started tucking into some of the birthday alcohol I've been gifted, because that seemed like a decent idea, so, you know, done that. For stability's sake, it is again T-set, but we'll set the Marshmallow on. And this is the new branded field, which I did actually buy on the main account. I bought, like, the pack that gave you, what was it, 20, yeah, 20 of the selection pack, and my god, this ain't gonna go well for me. What do we do? The Kaiju spell has its own protection, but I'm not sure that they want a chance attacking in and losing half their life. Is it Blue Eyes, you reckon? It's probably Blue Eyes. But yeah, that search does not tell me anything, of course, because it's Primate card. They could have hard drawn it. Set a Primate spell trap. Here comes the Drill Beam. But do you have one in hand? Because that can't be used this turn. Link one, it's, yeah, it's Blue Eyes. But yeah, just, I don't know, kind of vibing in general at the moment. Not really up to a whole lot. Planning to meet up with some peeps over the weekend. We'll see how it goes. Of course, the obvious issue is that they do actually spit out negation. We might not have a chance to navigate this, because I was about to say we need to navigate this carefully, but there's a chance that it just never gets to that point at all. And it is just, yeah, Blue Eyes doing Blue Eyes things. But we have a face-down Marshmallow, and that will save us from just about everything, right? Can even turn into Relinquished Anima. That's not something Marshmallow can do. I've been watching various YouTube bits and bobs from, like, you know, just Yu-Gi-Oh content, Minecraft, whatever takes my fancy, really. Except the watch later list is slowly expanding, and I do actually need to clear it a bit more than I have been doing. That is 2 Synchro 9s, should you wish to do so. It makes sense. Yep, there's the first one. Second one. And then quick effect, quick effect. It is a nice royal rare, but... Oh. Are you going to... Are you going to tag out, or are you just going to let this go? It is a quick effect, and this is at the end of the damage step, so I do believe they get to do it if they want. Damn. Here's the thing, I don't think I attempt to place the counter, like, at all. I think I just stay. Because if I attempt to place the counter, they tag out, and then they'll negate me trying to come back. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, I can't target... Yeah, I can't target Blue Eyes, which is a little unfortunate. Anima do happen to target. And they're now wondering why they can't tag out, or are they just tagging out on my turn instead? Many options are available for this. That doesn't really help out. Okay, so yeah, there's the tag out. What can I do here? I can Transverser for this. But the problem is I need to get 2 monsters on the field, and I'll have 2 monsters, but not a third. Like, yeah. And then you tag out. I mean, they also just have Drill Beam up. But yeah, this one could be targeted. But Quick Effect Negate, destroy... Oh, destroy 1 card on the field generally. They have a Drill Beam, they have Rage with the Eyes of Blue. You got it! GG's, my guy. I don't know how these people are not further up in the ladder. It is quite literally like, you know, last 3 days of the month, right? 29th, 30th, 31st reset. And you've still got Blue Eyes down in Plat 4. Constructed Primite Blue Eyes. Plat 4. I do like the machinery. That's a really cool addition. So many quality of life things which are just like, oh, it's like a little cosmetic, or it's, oh, it's this, and it's just like, yeah, that's neat. But there are things that I really want, you know? We can grab the Kaiju Field Spell. It's not immune to Duster because, you know, I need to grab the Kaiju Field Spell before they do a thing. Then it would be immune to Duster, but it's also not like the Kaiju Field Spell stops anything. So there's that. We've got a set one. We've got a special for Acolyte Chillum Sabak. Okay. Horus. Right, let's read. Cannot be destroyed by card effects that do not target them. But I can target them. What if... Yeah, because the sarcophagus only works if it battles a monster. Yeah, if it battles an opponent's monster. So I might get the Dark Sanctuary just for giggles. Because I can always steal a Horus to make them send a Horus. Like, that's a valid option. Problem is that they aren't vulnerable to Torrential. The Xyz monsters are, if they decide to go down that route. You've already got 2 in the grave. Send Fua. It basically depends on if they make extra deck plays. That's the question, isn't it? Which, if you're going for maximum sends, I think you are. That's fine. Torrential Crackdown. Surely this is just a board wipe completely, right? I just need to clear King Sarcophagus at some point. Here's one. No point. Cannot be destroyed by card effects that do not target them. If another monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect. Yeah. Are you XC summoning? I'd be finding it really funny if they do. But also probably a little unfortunate, because one of these is... yeah... right. That's fine. Just take 24. Oh yeah, it's Harb, isn't it? That's unfortunate. Take it with Crackdown. Now they have to attack into it, send it with King Sarcophagus. Which they probably won't even get to do, because... yeah, go for it. They're not even getting to the damage step. No, I can't do that. I want to do that, but I can't. Because otherwise they just completely demolish my field, and now they get to send their own monster, but that's fine. I can flip the whole field face down and they have nothing. It's okay. We can afford that. Like, this is pretty good for a turn. And if they do decide to exceed someone with their 8s, then we're okay. Egyptian God Slime. You cannot be your opponents, and yeah, that's fine. You're not actually going to summon Ra or search a Ra card, are you? Surely not. No, you would have done it by now. What are they thinking? It's got to be an extra deck play, right? Has to be. Right. Titanic Galaxy. Which I think we torrential here, because what do you have? You can target 2 cards that are banished or into the graveyards, add them back to hand or shuffle them into the deck. Yeah, I'm okay with both of those effects. Now, I don't really care about my graveyard, so you're talking about your graveyard and you're putting them back into the deck or the hand. Yeah, that's okay. The issue is I need to get rid of the King Sark. That goes to hand. That goes to the extra. And they make it again? No. Curtain Raiser. At the start of the damage step, so I think this does bypass. Skill Drain. I don't necessarily need effects. Like, this is a special... It's negate the effects of all face-up monsters on the field, but their effects can still be activated. Okay, so... I can just put this guy on the field as a blocker. Tribute set. I'll get the Grave effect. At the very least. These two can't attack. They can attack in with this one, whatever else they choose to summon. But they are at a detriment here. Yeah, that's completely fine. Are you in fact searching Ra? No. You're just playing Guardian Slime, just cuz. Yeah, that has no attack because you don't actually control another Horus, which is hilarious. Now you control another Horus, but its effects are negated. It has no attack, it just exists as a body. It's not like Titanic Galaxy can negate the effect either. And I don't actually get punished for destroying their cards anymore. Come on. Yes! I can literally just hit this for game. Unless they have another Guardian in deck, because... Well, no, they just make use this as an Xyz material, right? Surely. Yeah, there you go. But this can just die by battle. Like, that's a fully valid thing. This thing's effects are negated. This isn't. Okay, they are just playing another one. They can only afford to lose 2 more attacks. I can afford to tank 2, basically. That's kind of funny. They don't have a way to stop it. They could try it, but you're under skill drain. Which means I can add this one. This dies. Summon from deck. Summon from hand. They lose if they don't out their own skill drain, is what I'm hearing. So they have... Who do they have face down? 1 and 2. I can beat over Happy. But do I even want to? I think I just leave it. I'm honestly in a fine position. They need to succeed. They can't fail 2 coin tosses, basically, due to the attack of what their monsters are. And I can put up 3 blockers. So I'm fine. Because Skill Drain is a field effect. And because Skill Drain's on the field first, anything that is unaffected is affected by Skill Drain. That's the rules. You see, you now can't afford to attack. Because you lose. What can I do here? I can resolve this. I can make a Link 2 who can banish itself to change the attack. Alright, it's worth thinking about, but no, like, I'm good. I think 1 more draw, and we're pretty solid. Because unless they get rid of this or Skill Drain, I just win. Oh wait, no, no, I don't have to attack this because its effects are negated with Skill Drain. They lose. No, I've got to keep in mind the King's Sark. That is actually a problem. From deck. No, this does it. While they are face up on the field. Flip. Special. Haggard. It banishes cost. Banish itself. For cost. Gets under Skill Drain. Pendulum Scale. And Special Summon. I have done it. I have beat. Once per duel. I have not in fact done it. Feck. It's fine. They have to succeed on 2 attacks. What are the odds they succeed on... I should have just set a card, honestly. I should have just set a card. They could succeed on 2 coin tosses. It's not highly unlikely. Either you do it or you don't kind of deal. They might be scared too, but... Oh no, that does suck. I completely forgot this guy has a once per duel on that. It's alright, they're scared. Olenoids. Yeah, I'm good with that. It's an 8. I need to conserve Gadala. I need to conserve Gadala. Right. So this is fine. What do we get? Inspector border. That doesn't do it. However, I need to destroy a card I control to activate this to summon. We don't use the effect. We special summon Gadala, tributing over this. Doesn't really matter. And we can punch for 50. Or for 300, sorry. Now I have a body they have to clear as well. They have 50 life points. I can set a guy. I have 2 bodies they have to clear. They have a lot of cards in grave. Was this over 40? It definitely was, right? Right, what? Destroy all spell traps your opponent controls. That's rough. 1, 2... What the fuck? No, you're kidding. Come on. That's just not fair. Like, actually. What do you mean? What? Okay, place your bets. Is this a one-off? What the fuck? I am pissed about that. They're well over 40 cards. They didn't draw anything specifically by card effect. They were deck thinning. But they didn't draw anything by card effect. And they just get into Feather Duster. 1 Feather Duster, 1 Raigeki. Fuck you. The deck's so ass. Why do I, like... I came within an inch of victory. That's just rude. That's... no. That's... that's demoralizing. That's what that is. Anyway. Well... place your bets, but if bets are right, then Sangan Light Imprisoning is an FTK. Of course, it doesn't stop hand effects, but it doesn't need to. Perfect. Link 1. And that'll do it. And Chain Link 3. Win game. Yes? Yes. Good game, methinks. Yeah, they do have the one that pops cards. It is a trap. They get the stuff online next turn. I can't mount such an offensive that I can kill them in a turn. That is not the kind of power output this deck has available. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they've realised the play. Die Spachenschild Rote. Spaltenschild. Spaltenschild? Yeah, there you go. Majesty with eyes are blue. They have to get to it next turn, so I'm still fine with that. It doesn't target, though, does it? Nope. Destroy an equal number of cards. Pancake Turtle. You know, that makes sense. Right. Okay, let's see it. Flip up Sangan. This is assuming they have a Blue Eyes White Dragon in hand, of course. What do I want? Is there anything here that just... I remember you. How could I forget you? It's about how we get into it. Vorpgate can't be destroyed, which is really funny. But, Yazi gets an effect. Yeah, okay, let's summon Kaiju. But yeah, you've popped into stream a few times. It's nice to see you back here. Right. Day's been okay. We just had a rather humiliating loss against Taurus. We got them down to a whole 50 life points before they lost. Right. Oh, I totally should have... Actually, I completely could have pushed game. Thanks. Destrudo. Target this. I'm pretty sure they just don't have anything for the, They're just hoping I don't know that. Right, so what can we do? We can do Yazi. Although I'm not sure what good that does us, actually. Yeah, I have slightly messed up the zones. But how's your day been, anyway? Your day been okay? Way too much on branded alt arts and got basically nothing. Yep, I've heard that happen from a good couple of people. Right, let's just go battle phase, actually. Clear the Kaiju. 14k gems for 3 alt arts. You see, I'm very happy I don't actually care about the alt arts that much. Right, main 2. Special for this. Nets us a search. Which they could stop, but I'm fine with it. Called by. Called by on Sangan it is a choice. Right. Now what can I do? Synchro for 11. That seems kind of smart. I'll do that. Negate activated light effects. Anyway. Yeah, their move. You need to actually get to a Blue Eyes at the moment. Otherwise you would have fired that already, so we're in a good spot. But I got a decent amount of ultra rares from my bundle, so I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. Dust for days. I did get one alt art, which I don't honestly care about. Not in the slightest. Just 3 is crazy. Fortunately, I have like 3 alt accounts with 10k gems for such emergencies. Well, if it's what really, you know, keeps you in it, then yeah, sure. I don't know really what they're reading. But, bye. It might be Imperm. Vela. Oh yeah, I saw them add Vela. And Vela activates in hand. That's fine. Battle phase. This thing, I think, should have piercing. We'll find out. It does have piercing. So, GG's. How to beat Blue Eyes 101. Activate the anti-light card. You see, that makes me feel better now. I can put up with our loss. Maybe you would care if you would play Branded. You see, I don't care about Branded, so that's kind of a catch-22, right? Oh, we got 5 legacy tickets? Hell yeah. Unfortunately, like... I don't know if it's unfortunately, but I find Branded rather boring. Escher, unfortunately the worst vassal. This guy just has a summoning condition, no tribute effect, nothing that's like a particularly great summoning condition. Life point gain. Trickstar, Umi support, Machina, but the bad stuff, Cloudian, so awful. Normal monster, hero support, plant card. Yeah, none of those are being played. But yeah, I've seen Branded for so long at this point that I just could not care less about Branded. It has been that present at locals, on Master Duel, just generally. Because I don't play hand traps, Branded Fusion has just been a thorn in my side for so long. Overload Future Fusion. What does this do? Reveal a fusion, send one material whose name is mentioned, but for the rest of the turn you cannot special summon it. Fusion 1 Dark Machine Fusion by banishing the materials. We should definitely look at if we have targets for this. I think it's very specific. Also, from your deck to the graveyard, we can't discard. So if we draw the card plus Future Fusion, or we draw the card first, it'll be a problem. We need to make sure, if we have a target, whatever it is worth playing. And as for the rest of these, no. The Trickstar Link, maybe, but we need to get a lot more Trickstars first. Another duplicate. Oh, Dream Mirror. I think this means we have both the light and dark big ones, but we don't have enough for Dream Mirror. Generic Cyburst card. And it's a beat stick, that will do. Adds Poly, if we ever had one in the first place. None of these cards have been particularly relevant, let's put it that way. We will have a quick check of the collection for fusion targets, I think. So, into the deck we go. Where are we looking? Does it have related cards? I mean, it does kind of. Anyway, so what are we looking at? We're looking at Dark Machine. It's obviously supposed to be the, like, the Chimera text for Cyber Dragon, right? I mean, I get why you don't like Branded, but at least it's not really meta. No, true, at least it's not really meta. It's like Small Mercies, but... yeah... not... we might play it. But it'd be in the Machine deck, not in our current deck. Gigatech Wolf and Cannon Soldier, the Cyberdarks, Trifortress or Stego, plus a machine or Dino. Yeah, I don't think I like any of those targets, so no changes, back to it. Just simply rank up today, lol. He's Batman. He's got the titles. He's got the various accessories. But it's also like, Branded's best game plan is still to just like use Sanctifier to lock you out of the game, right? It was use Expulsion, and then they banned Expulsion, but the thing is, Sanctifier had already come out by that point. It's just like, oh no! Anyway. Yes, we'll add this. You've got an 8-card extra and a 42-card main. This is fine. If it's Numeron, we're still okay. It's not the FTK, because they just would have surrendered after I'd gone first. It could just be a Masochist deck. It could be Nouvelle. It could be Constructed Nouvelle. Can we beat Constructed Nouvelle? Maybe. This doesn't target. Targets for attacks, but that's it. Like, the one salvation here is that Nouvelle is a little bricky, because it's, you know, a ritual deck. Of course, that does help, as does the field spell. They work if their monsters are tributed, or if they are targeted for an attack, right? No. Targets this card for, or targeted for an attack. No, they don't actually do anything if tributed. That's great. I think we're okay, actually. Like, that's only 1200, that's 14. Ritual Summon, change all defense to attack. Yeah, that's fine. Or when a monster is targeted for an attack, not just mine. Or not just theirs, but mine as well. That's a little different. Oh, is this the big boy? It is the big boy. Bale Grill. Negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. Then you contribute as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. What do you mean, tribute my monster to summon Hungry Burger? That's mean. If you can make Sanctifier, it's almost never the only thing on the board, but okay. Tell me what's stronger. Whatever branded board minus Sanctifier. Ignore that Sanctifier exists, just like a regular branded board. Or Sanctifier summoning Ra's Disciple to your opponent's field. Which is stronger? I have spoilers for you. It's not the first one. It's maybe not the main game plan. It is the best game plan if you can pull it off. Locking your opponent with cards that they have on the field that stop them from doing things is definitely the best game plan. Just period. Why are we doing that? If this card is special summon, type 1 card on the field during your opponent's turn, tribute ritual, either at handles special. So I can Kaiju, but I need a normal. I really need a normal summon. Here was me thinking I was fine. It's just Nouvelle. No, I'm not fine. Quick effect. Jeez. It's just quick effect tribute. That's insane. So, yeah, rightfully so, we have to do this. We tribute this. They can use this to bring it back if they want. Target. And that's where we do this. Bye. Now the problem is, I think they just, like, go again next turn anyway, which I really don't want, but I think we're gonna have to. So, put this on the field. Change to face down. I can tribute summon, but then I can't beat over, so I think we do just, like, kill this. They now... They have a top deck. Hell yeah. They have a top deck. They have an, they can cycle a card. At this point, just make Vlad. But you see, the thing is that, like, okay, then Sanctifier there, in your instance, is a card that is described as a starter. Or not a starter, an extender, rather. Like, it's not even that the rest of Branded is oppressive, it's just, like, Sanctifier still exists, and you banned the trap version of it. Why? Oh, they couldn't get started. They're on 8k. I can put up 2-5. I can drop them down to 2-5, but can I kill them from there? No. Can they start again? Also probably no. Max C. That's gonna have to be okay. Then target. It targets for cost. That's so annoying. Because Sanct is a cool extender, most people don't even play the lock. Yeah, but the lock exists and Sanctify facilitates it. How can you just have the trap banned because you acknowledge, okay, locking your opponent's field down is a bad idea, and then have the card that is like, by the way, lock your opponent's field. But easier to get to. Right. They can do things again. We have problem. Except we also have V-Jam, so maybe not problem? I don't know. You can only use this fact. If opponent's life points are at least 2,000 higher. Yeah, they're not getting to that point, I don't think. Sanct is way harder to get to than the trap if you want to lock. Okay. I'll take your word for it. One for you to add to your hand, and the other to... and you shuffle the other into your deck. What am I picking? So... I'm always giving them this, right? With a recipe card, It doesn't matter which, so we'll just give them the 4. And yeah, they always get the ritual for it, so it doesn't matter. There's Diviner. Send a fairy. Untus, probably. Herald. No, that makes sense. I don't know why they've called themselves Batman for playing the Nouvelle deck, though. That was a little bit of a weird choice. I guess it looks mansion-like. You've got to have plays. You've got the ritual in hand that you need. I guess it's a similar issue with Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is banned in Master Duel, right? Not TCG, I don't think. But Master Duel banned. It's not banned, no. I could see completely, I could understand banning Kali Yuga, though, that's the thing. Like, it does just make sense. If special summoned, when a card effect activates that targets this card on the field, or when this card is targeted for an attack. Quick effect, tribute this and one attack position monster in the field. No. You did excavate a Nouvelle card at the bare minimum. But, like, the thing is, turn skips or locks like that are really unfun. Like, Azathoth was really consistent, they banned it. F-Zero was consistent, they banned it. King Calamity was consistent, they banned it. I mean, I could banish Cross Sheep, but I'm not sure I need to. I think I probably just want to keep more monsters on the field. Because some of these rituals only care about if, okay, you're tributing a 5. The only deck that sets it up is Raid Raptor, and that's not even the best version of the deck. Yeah, but the lock is still, like, it's still obnoxious, right? So, yeah, we just do this now, right? Because this doesn't have anything, and none of these protect it, so it just bye. And like, yeah, it's not the most oppressive version of the deck, but like, just a full lock on your card effects for the turn is insane. And the thing is, like, DDD can make it. You're definitely right that Raid Raptor make it more often, but it's just, why would you leave it in the first place? King Calamity was consistent, it got banned. F-Zero was consistent, it got banned. Azathoth, consistent, it got banned. The Raid Raptor one is arguably still pretty consistent. And it's, you know, they haven't banned the DDD as a result. Little weird. I need a whole 700 attack points on the field. Unless I can read their spell traps and realise I need more than that. They could possibly ritual summon on my turn, looking at this. That could be one of the cards they have set, that could be one of the other cards they have set. So, but yeah. Wicked Witch will work beautifully. Normal summon. Max C. That's not necessary, honestly. Okay. If Kali Yuga gets banned, I will make a 3rd tower instead. So make a 3rd tower then. Because then that just legitimizes the choice for sphere mode a lot more. We beat Nouvelle! Nouvelle is not the most difficult deck in the world, but hey, we beat it. That's still a constructed ritual deck. And I don't think we've actually beat a constructed ritual deck before. That's the wrong one. I need match history. As far as the ratios go, probably correct, but you'd want 3 and 3 of these, surely, and definitely 3 of this, so... I'm a little confused. You need 2 sphere modes or you're going to lose anyway. But what if it... No. What if it's just sphere mode? Owner's Seal, Winged Dragon of Ra, you know? That feels like that's just good enough. Right? Arguing absolutely stupid hypotheticals that literally aren't going to come up. But the point being, I just think that, like, turn skip cards are, like, ridiculously unfun, and unless they are, like, stupidly difficult to achieve, it's not a good idea. And these are not cards we need. Any of them. We've got what? We've got 2 of these. I don't need this. I was so excited for that to be a royal rare. But that just goes in the deck. Like, hell yeah. What are we going to do? Not play Triple Tactics Talent? That's amazing. Opponent max sees us, and we actually have something to do as a result. Crazy. Right. Tank Grub. Don't need it. Don't need it. Really don't need it. Maybe? We contribute any punk to special this. It's a level 8 fiend with 25. And it can do an attack gain. We have a punk card we're playing as a negate. Sunrise. This is a really good hero. We have heroes, and we have ways to fusion summon. Three Omnis for monster, a pop, and you can only tribute my tower after I got the board wipe. Okay. No, I'm completely arguing like dumb hypotheticals that don't come up. But also, you shouldn't say 3 Omnis for monster, you should just say 3 monster negates. Right. Let's put in the Triple Tactics talent. Because that's essentially what this is. Okay, I don't have 3 of it, but I have a royal rare that I'm just not using for anything ever. And if we go to related cards, because we have this... Okay, so that's the unfortunate bit. We don't actually have a punk monster. He is the punk monster, and that's it. So, we would still just be playing... Yeah, we would still just be playing the traps basically as they are, really. No change. This really needs to be changed. I've said it time and again. Right. We don't have the Neos, because that was a gift. Do we have anything fusion? We do. We have Miracle Fusion. Do we have a way to get to Miracle Fusion? Probably not. Fusion Destiny isn't something we can use. I lost to the second sphere mode stupidly often, but 1 oftentimes is okay. I think if you are in the, like, if your board is in the range where you can hit by double sphere mode, you lose to double sphere mode. That's not, like, that's not something to be ashamed of. Honestly, like, that's just, like, they had a second sphere mode. They had a second normal summon. Like, you know, what am I gonna do about it? Am I going to negate card advance because I fear they have a second sphere mode in hand? It doesn't really look like we have that many ways to fusion summon is the issue. What about the... we have links. If this card is link summoned, you can reveal a hero, add 2 mentioned. That doesn't fusion summon. It'd be this guy, wouldn't it? Yeah. So the hero doesn't do anything for us right now. And we don't have enough copies of Umi, generally. Yeah, the ones we have are not particularly great, except Pacifist, which we only have the 1 of. So, welcome to the group Triple Tactics Talent. Oh my god. Busted normal spell card. Past couple of streams have been kinda decent. We picked up an extra Bestial and we picked up Triple Tack. And as much as they aren't just going to win every game, they're slowly upping the win rate. They are slowly making our deck more powerful. Just like this Inspector border. The only deck that cares about Yugioh being legal or not is Yubel, and you hate Yubel. To be honest, yeah, I completely get that. Yubel is the reason that some of my cards are limited in Master Duel, because I play like actual Sacred Beast. Okay, you still only get one monster effect, but I'm okay, right? Oh. No, they go for the search, right? There's no monster effect right now. Can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while you control the Centurion monster. That's fine. It's not. Special this. That's fine. This doesn't get its search, because they don't control a synchro. They then can synchro summon. Puts a few counters on this. I'm basically a little bit closer to getting a Kaiju. They're stopping really hard right here for some reason. I totally should have just, like, hit the field spell with Odinoids. Synchro summon, that's fine. Eight. Is it the... It's Chaos Archfiend. Okay. And now we get rid of this. They've used the effect. So who cares, quite frankly. Yeah, go for it. You're not... no, you're not killing me this turn. You're doing a lot of damage, but you're not killing me. Because that's 45, it does 1 attack. So I take 2-5, I take 2-5. Great. I have a Kaiju search, I have a draw. Problem. Chaos Archfiend. It floats on Kaiju. Oh dear. They activated a monster. Triple attack. Hold on. No, come on. Activate the card. Oi. Master Duel. Oh, okay, good. Fucking jeez. Take control of a monster until the end phase. Mine. Doesn't need to be phenomenal. It just needs to do the thing. What can I do? I can make a Link 2 Transverser with it. That's about it. So they probably get a Synchro. Oh, wait, no. I definitely should have summoned the other one. But this isn't an opponent's card, right? This is their own. Yes. Get fucked, bozo. You refuse to stop until you win with burbs. What burbs? Is it the, is it just Lyrilusk, or is it like, is that just your starter? You're fucking with me, right? Just get your starter. Just top deck it. Let me put you down to 2 cards in hand, and then just, yeah, just play the game like nothing else matters. But yeah, is that Lyrilusk, or is that, Flu, or is it Raid Raptor? Because you've said that you play Raid Raptor, but Burbs normally refers to, like, Lyrilusk, I think. No! I thought that was just combo. Did they not just have combo? That's kind of funny. Max C. No, now I just won't. I'm gonna get the lower attack kaiju first. During the main phase, if this card is continuing. Okay, so they are bricked. What can I do? I can tag into Shuttle. And Shuttle can pop the 1 card they have. But I think I want to just do this. End phase. It's a quick effect to tag out, right? Yeah, it's a quick effect to tag out. So, assuming they don't have anything, they can go to battle phase, I can pay, and I can tag out. And then the advantage starts. Come on! Stop top decking like the perfect card. This just isn't fair. Stop it. I don't control a monster with attack, so they can't pop it. That's right, yeah. I guess I only have the 1 monster on the field, so I'm not actually sure how this goes. But come on, what do you mean you get the perfect fucking top deck? 1 in 30. Yeah, I gotta keep my guy. So, yeah, I definitely just pay to keep him on the field. Right. Could you stop? Like, Centurion is just boring as hell. I really would like them to just not. I'd, like, super appreciate it. What do you mean I don't... What do you... If I left it in attack, I still lost. Come on, what the fuck do you mean you top deck the perfect 1 card? 1, 2, 3. You'd been through... This was in... That was already on field. There was 1 of these in grave. You had 2 of these in grave, 1 of these in deck, which doesn't do it. Because you need to send 1 card from your hand. Still, that's like a 1 in 10. Oh, for just, like, come on. It's just mean. Play against someone and actually manage to grind them down to that low, and then they just come back from it. Like, if I was playing a constructed deck, they'd be dead, but I'm not, and because of that reason, they're not. Well, this is not a going second hand. Their deck is not a deck that's going to kill me right off the bat, I don't think, though. They've got 8 extra, 40 main. You know what? Maybe they don't need more than 3 cards in the extra deck. Just maybe. Oh, that's 1 card for terraforming, I guess. I can just beat their 1 monster. I can just synchro for 12. Pendulum Scale. Are you using the effect? No, you're just flipping it up. Maxi. Fuck you. People just need to stop having things every time that I want to do a singular action. Like, it gets... I'm gonna start going insane. Anyway. Big Bonga. Take 2/8. We want to set 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go to battle phase, punch you in the face. Shame there's a monster in the way. And a screen. Okay, they have 4 cards, and that one. What have you got? Summon a Banished? I don't think you will. Leave. Gimme. Ash Blossom. You know what that means? I can get my field spell. I'm not so... I don't particularly care about the draws. You don't really... I don't think they get it, guys. His effects were getting negated either way. It's just now I get this on the field. And now I get 2 counters on it instead of 1 from your 1 card effect. Dim Fizz. Yeah, I'm fine with that. What's your last card in hand? Bet it's nothing. Cast your Ogre. Yeah. Summon from deck. GG. Easy. This is 6,000 points of damage. You're playing 3 of them things. So, we do this. We don't search for a kaiju now. We just go battle phase. We punch you for 3,000 to the face. Yeah, I'll get an Oleanoid. I'll put you on a steeper clock. Always down for that. Sure, go for it. Banish a card face down. It's not like it matters. Did you only click 3? Now, you block or you lose. Go for it. There's only the one banished. The thing is, they had to summon it in defense position there, but if I attacked with the little one, they could have just summoned it in an attack. Main 2. Now we can search Kaiju. We add Gadala. And what can I do? I can link to. I can link to for Haggard. I contribute summon this. Your move. You have exactly Ogre and a top deck. I think I'm good. Here's a token. Yeah, go for it. You can deal me like, what, 800 points of damage? If you really want, you can deal me 800 points of damage. Add a Kashtira. That's fine, because you control a monster. So even if you got to Fenrir, who is actually the only one that I think I'm scared of. And you, random bot, get banned. Yeah, go for it. Make an Xyz if you want. Banishing Unicorn. Banishing 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Okay, what does this one do, actually? So they only control one monster. Okay. I need to clear the token, long story short, but... There's Big Eye. Okay. I do still just have a Kaiju in hand and V-Jam, which will do it. Oh no. I get to summon from deck with this thing. That can't attack. I know exactly what that is. And haven't you just turned it off? You don't have a Kashtira Xyz monster on the field. I think you've forgotten the activation conditions. Token. You can get Unicorn out. But that's not gonna do it. So, the way it works is we Kaiju. I can get my own Kaiju. Well, rather, I can steal this guy. Removes an attribute from the field. It doesn't give lethal, but, like, it'll be lethal in a minute. Just give it a second, guys. Two 7. I've used my normal. So yeah, the way we do it is 3 monsters. And then I believe we still have you, 2 plus effect, 200 for each banished card, which will, yeah, clear. So it is you. Or we can Lizardos. Like, Lizardos actually just works. How often do I get to summon the big guy? No, we Lizardos. Let's do it smart. Minimalistic. Banish itself. Target you. Nice game. GG easy. Kashtira do not deserve pity. They deserve obliteration. I was possibly going to be sympathetic to the man who was losing. Anyway, with that, we get even more legacy tickets and even more master packs, which means possibly more good cards. Like, it's been a little hit-miss lately, but kind of... Ooh, hold on. This is useful. We got the... We picked something up recently, right? I need to have a look back, but I think this is actually useful. Yep, that's a card. Opponent's graveyard to your field. That's not happening. Phantom Bouncer. Bouncers are not remotely playable. And yeah, it's new. I'm fairly certain we have something related to that, but let's open our master packs first. What a strange day when Flame Swordsman is an amazing pull, right? Okay. Symbol Archfiends, that's duplicate. Another Insector. Gold Pride. From your hand or graveyard, then... But your opponent gets a special summon, which is really iffy. This thing is neat. It's not great. The thing is, this dies at the end phase. That's the bad part. You need to be doing it on kind of like on your turn, so that then you can actually use the attack points it gains. But it's just not going to work. Dogmatic Liturgy, Barber, Noble Dragon Magician. Yeah, I don't particularly think we need it. Not for anything at the moment. Agnista, not our first one. Furhire. I mean, 2500 normal summon, but I think we're past those days. Ooh, in terms of level 6 synchros, that is pretty good. It does just become a pseudo towers. I like it. I don't know if it finds a spot in our deck right now, but, you know, I definitely like it. We need to have a little look-see. And I guess, yeah, just bear with, because I will be right back. And we are right back, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to see if I can faff around with the OBS, though, because for some reason it looks like it is not capturing Mastodon right now. Just... bear with. Don't really know. There we go. Right. Anyway, we're back from that. Let's have a look at the deck. Because we do need 2 monsters of the same type attribute, right? Yeah, same type attribute. Which means... oh, it doesn't count the... Okay, it's not important about whether they are tuners or non-tuners. So Dark Machine we have, Dark Fiend we have, a few times over. Dark Psychic, no. Dark Dragon, yes. Those go to the extra deck. Let's see. More Dark Fiend. Light Machine we have 2 of. But what combination actually makes it? It is... Assault, Synchron, and a 4. And that's exclusively it. Assault, Synchron, and a 4 is not terrible. It gives us flexibility, but I don't think it's what we need. 3 non-links. Ah, that's why I couldn't do it. Okay. Okay. Sometimes you learn. I mean, I guess, yeah, in that instance, I probably should have just... Right, okay. Flame Swordsman, related cards, while I'm thinking about this. Yeah, we pulled this boy. And, let's see. Odds card is equipped to a fusion. If a monster is special summon a level 7 or lower monster that is from your extra deck that is Flame Swordsman or mentions it, then you can book a monster. And during your opponent's battle phase, you can banish, tribute, special summon a Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it. So, it probably goes a lot better in the warrior deck, but this is just a Book of Moon, essentially. We do need to go first, but I don't think that's necessarily a problem, because the thing is, it takes up 2 extra deck slots, and for that you get Flame Swordsman, and you get bigger Flame Swordsman, which can, you know, just pop a card on your turn when it gets round to it. Or, if you're really fearing a big beat stick, you can just, at the start of the damage step, double. So that definitely goes in, but I don't think it goes in this deck. We're nicely focused on Synchro's links. Oh, right, speaking of Synchro's links. Yeah, we need 1 more link summon. I should have gone for it. I should have gone for the biggest boy. It's alright, we'll summon Anima one of these duels. We have a couple level 1s, we can see them semi-frequently. Failing that, we can, you know, if we're losing, just summon Haggard. Haggard Lizardos is just such a good card. Alright. Kaiju. So, we can Synchro 12, we can steal the Kaiju with Anima. All trap monsters. Stun. It really... Okay, it is stun. We don't need the Kaiju. Set 1. So the scary bit is they can have things already. And they get an extra 300 attack. So I'm going to Pendulum Scale. Playing into this is rough, but I think it's our best option. They get a counter. activate effect. It's a special summon. In attack position. They have 2 face downs. What can we make from here? We can make a Synchro 8, which turns into this. That is good. This guy will get piercing. Normal summon. It'll get piercing, and if they activate a spell trap while we're below a certain amount of cards, we get a draw. It being just a huge wall is going to be relevant. And of course this doesn't activate a card or effect. So I set because I just want to go from battle phase to end phase. There's nothing else I want to do. It is Argo Star. And it is Rota. And then during your opponent's turn, if you control a quick effect, you can change... Yeah, you can change the attack of a monster to 0, but that's fine. Continue the attack. Yeah, we just attack this. End phase. We've got Cubic Ascension if they do declare an attack. Playing into that's 10 is going to be rough, but as long as we're not doing an egregious amount of effects, then they're just getting, like, Argo Stars, and that is honestly fine. Yeah, go for it. Because they're Argo Star continuous traps, I think we're fine, right? Then gain 500. Add an Argo Star. So I'd assume the face down is where is the other one? What is the other one? Then if you have Banish, you can return 1. So presumably that is the face down, right? Or they're getting to it with this. Yep, they gain 500. That's fine. Then they can quick effect to put them back. Okay. So they get to their... Yeah, they get to their 10th. I think they do get to bounce the Benkei, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? In our case, we can Cubic Ascension take a Kaiju, which will be worth it. Although, no, they will have a Spell Trap Zone face, or free, because of that's 10. That's how it works. Add the Argo Star. The other one, rather, I guess, because there's one. I thought they... Okay. So yeah, that hits 10. And then they bounce it back. Now, notably, only monsters get banished. So, it should be... Because you haven't activated... Oh no, you have activated 10 effects this turn. So you could go for your finished. I don't know if I need to play around your finish, though. I'm not really activating effects. And as long as I don't, that's fine. But there is Statue of Anguish pattern, who is a problem. Like, I do just need to Kaiju this immediately. And there's your finished. Okay. Target one card on the field, destroy it. Choose. That's fine. I don't like it, but it is okay. And yeah, you see, here's the thing. During your end phase. So yeah, I can block an attack, and this can't summon itself out because it already... Oh, they have a discard. They can do that. I thought that had already used its effect, but it's also a soft once. Huh. What are they trying to work out? In theory, they have the game on lock. Are they just trying to work out whether they fear the face down? Because in this instance, I just do this. They can blow up the field, like destroying the Cubic Ascension, but... yeah. They're destroying the trap card, not the monster it summons. And because it's a normal trap, it does still resolve. Do we bother? Yeah, why not? Have a counter. You have this, so you could special summon to pop. It just depends on, do you care enough? Also, do I just kaiju this? Like, you know, if they don't do it fast enough, I do just kaiju, steal the kaiju, and start hitting them again. Link 2. Silhouette. That's annoying, but fine. Another dirt spider? No. Apophis. That is somewhat annoying. Second seed, though. They didn't toggle. Good play. In regards to Kaiju the Dirt Spider, yes, Kaiju the Dirt Spider is a good play. But that's because it's the Dirt Spider. I guess they do just wait for me to summon Anima. And what after Anima? I have Haggard or Transverser. But I can't get extra bodies onto the field. So I think we do try for Anima first. Because Anima is a threat. If you don't negate Anima, I do get to steal this and just have a 3300 beat stick. Alternatively, you can let me steal this and negate Anima's effects. It's entirely up to you. Yeah. So there's the negate for Anima. Which means it's Sangan time. This doesn't need to be sent to the grave. It needs to be sent to the graveyard. You're fucking with me. Macro is doing my head in. I started off in such a decent position. Yeah, go for it. I mean, it searches. I think I might actually just be done here. I think they kind of have it. Because I can't put another monster onto the field. I can not banish a monster from grave. It has to be field or grave. And the attack they have with, what, one card? Yeah, no. They do just have it. I don't think there was a draw which saves me either, even if I get my own kaiju. Because then they just crash the kaijus and I'm still in the same grind game. This is rather frustrating. We have a deck that's capable of winning. Like, actually capable of winning. But it just doesn't quite get there. I say that, we've got like 3 wins in Diamond 4, which is not terrible, but we've just got a couple more losses, which is unfortunate. And welcome to the chat, by the way, welcome to the stream, nice to have you. Right, they get to go first. We have a Kaiju in hand, we have Waterfront, they have 49 and 15. That can't be optimal, surely. Well, you know, maybe it is. Dimension Wall Ring. So, Cosmo Wicked Witch is like a superb summon. Counterpoint. They are just hard playing Ring of Destruction, probably Mahama the Fairy Dragon, Magic Cylinder, and like all of those cards. So I'm left with a dilemma. Long story short, I think we always activate Kyoto Waterfront, because these cards will go to the grave. I can search out Kaiju's deck thinning, so I can get to spell trap removal. That's fine, because my Wicked Witch will get banished instead of going to the grave. So we normal summon Wicked Witch. We know they took Ring. We know they took Ring. What do you do? Okay. Battle phase. I think we just leave this on the field. Ring. Ring is fine. We just chain for pay, so it doesn't die. You could then chain something like Dimension Wall, Trap Trick. You get 1 more trap this turn. Go for it. What is your 1 more trap? Because you can't activate it this chain, and if it's Ring again, then it just doesn't work. I just pay 1,000 during the next turn. As it is, you're taking 600 from this battle, or 19 from the battle, and 600 from your own card effect. Yes. But the attack has already been declared, so you have a problem there. Because it's the battle step, like, the attack is already declared, it doesn't matter. Mahama. It is Mahama. Which is an issue. No, it's not. Who am I kidding? Right. They set Dimension Wall, so we can't ever attack with the Kaiju. We also can't summon Anima until our life points are below 3-3, because that is what keeps us out of ring range. Unless we just Kaiju... No, I can banish the Mahama with Timebreaker. Unknown set. Dimension Wall. It could be another ring. Okay, let's find out. Normal summon. This is the least destructive play to us. Because this can target the Mahama, we can banish both. And it doesn't cost me a ton of life if it goes wrong and like I can't make Anima. Or can't use Anima. So we do this. Target. This will push our life points below the 3-3 if we land this. Zoma. Zoma is okay. I take damage equal to the attack of the monster that destroyed it. And there's a Dimension Wall as well. We know there's a Dimension Wall. So the move here is pass turn. We know they have Dimension Wall, we know they have this. We can Kaiju it, steal it, search for a different Kaiju. Or sorry, we can Kaiju, search for a different Kaiju, steal it, summon our own Kaiju and then steal it. We can banish the, sorry, no, we can banish it with Timebreaker. Because then it will just come back and go to grave. It doesn't really matter which way round we do it. So this resolves. Bring back Mahama. Right. So Kaiju the Mahama. You take 300. We get to special summon, or we get to use Kyoto Waterfront to search. We can grab Gardala is enough, honestly. We can then... Is this a permanent halve? It is a permanent halve. Okay, that's good to know. Banish this one. Special summon. We know they have Dimension Wall. If they have Ring of Destruction, we then know what we can't do. And summon this. Link Summon Anima. Playing around Burn is so very specific. So yeah, there's Anima. There's none of this that actually deals with spell traps, right? It'd be... Yeah, exactly that one. So, this is fine. We actually have 4 Link monsters worth of material. One of them's just in rotation, so to speak. Dimension Wall, unknown, unknown. Right. Battle phase. We know Dimension Wall, so we just attack with Wicked Witch. Secret Barrel. That is okay. That is... Oh, that's a lot. But they take 300. We hit them for 19. And you see, now we just leave it. End phase. Oh, I should have linked those two off. It would have cost me a little bit of burn damage, but it gets me to Haggard. And then Abominable can pop a card. I can do that this turn, it's completely fine. No. So, right. Resolve. We have... Wait, does this count as being destroyed? It would, right? By battle or by card effect? That's not card effect, though, right? And the thing is, it loses this. So, we're going to do Haggard for the moment, using these two. It condenses our field a little bit. We take a little bit of burn damage, but that's okay. We know what this one is. I guess we have to play around with the hand size, which is really awful. Activate this one. Target this. Those get banished. And we just go battle phase and we just poke for 800. If they want to block 800, they are welcome to block 800. Why does it take so much effort? You take no battle damage, okay. But you take effect damage. They still have the dimension wall set, one of these two. They are top decking. We have 800. Like, if we poke them 3 times with 800, they do lose. Mahama keeps them safe. Safe enough. But it's not Mahama. So they're going to have to start questioning if they want to actually, like, magic cylinder this. Which is what I want. If they get Secret Barrel, we're probably toast. But that's why we're going to try and play around Secret Barrel by just continually banishing this one. Because that keeps 2 cards off our side of the field. Abacus. Each time a monster is sent from the field to the grave. Great. These are getting banished. So that one doesn't do anything. This one does. I take 1150. I can afford to take this. Oh, wait, that's funny. Targets for cost take damage equal to half its attack. It wouldn't be on the field anymore. But I think they still get to verify the attack. Also, they're taking 300 from this. They can reflect 800. Yeah, they can reflect 800 total. So... Can I... I can't boost my own attack, otherwise I lose. But this is fine, right? Yeah. I take the 800. And... if they draw... I think they just lose here, right? It really does depend on what one card they draw. Set. I guess if it's another dimension wall, I lose. But either they lose here or I lose here. There's no in-between. So let's draw cards. Let's banish this one. Just to change this guy's attack, so we can get a draw. It's Olinoids. That might be the game. It depends. That is, in fact, the entire game. GG! Honestly, that was annoying to play it. Like, it was a good test of, it was a good test of how do I play around things that I don't know about. But I don't want duels to be like that forever, you know? We get an icon. I might actually put that as our icon, because we don't... Oh, I get a... You know what? Yeah, sure. That took so much effort. Jesus. Anyway. Right. Okay, let's change our icon. We are changing it from ball. Neat little reward. Where is it? Behold. Someone who was capable of the proficiency test. Definitely. And that is the platinum thing. That's as high as we get. Right. And because we progress to the next level, you know what time it is. It's quiz time. Prepare for me to get ridiculously easy shit wrong. Cyframe Gear Driver can be special summoned from all of these locations except, I believe it's your banished. Once it's banished, it's gone. You control 3 cards. The opponent controls 2. They activate their set evenly. How many cards remain? Their 1. My 1. No, my 2. 3. Yes. Which of these banishes? I want to say it's Hamster. But I could not tell you. It's Rabbit. It's the OG. We have a Rabbit. That's Thunder Dragon Colossus. Not exactly relevant, but sure. What's the name of this card? Tearlament's Crime. That's slightly more relevant, but still. You use Small World, banishing Shari, choosing Ash. Which of these cards cannot be added? Fuck, I need to know stats. Damn it! Okay, I gotta redo it. That's Pot of... oh, wait. For the rest of the turn, you can't draw. Which of these cards can? You can do Pot of Duality. Because Pot of Duality adds an excavated card, it does not draw. The only cards you control are Sinister Sovereign Kijing Long One and Yugioh. The opponent activates evenly. You chain... Oh no. You chain Yugioh. Banish this card. Banish that card. Yeah, none. It's the idiot. We have found the idiot. What is the name of this card? Runic... I guess it's Freezing Curses. Like, there's ice in the foreground. I just want to look at the card art. Why can't I look at the card art? Dimensional Fissure declares an attack with Aero Shark on Utopia. Detach Gambara. What happens to Gambara? I believe it goes to the grave still. But yeah, we got 7. Not... Oh, we did get 8. We passed it. Good thing I didn't give up. Right, hold on. What did we get wrong? Well, yeah, that's just because, you know. Yeah, sure. Gunkansu Shiruo. No, Sharu Red 0. There you go, that's why. Okay. Not the most complex of why did we get the quiz wrong. But, this is doable very, very slowly, but we can get there. I believe. You know what else I believe? I guess I believe in the power of Master Packs and not enough Legacy tickets to be worth opening. Considering that this week has given us a triple tack and a second bestial name, I think we're in good hands. And that's pretty decent insect support. I know we've already got 1, but a second is always good then. I didn't realise we had this. If we are rebuilding Stun, we play it. I don't think we have any rituals, but that's pretty good. And yeah, that's a build around for Dynamorphia. Congrats, but we don't have anything to make it. Like, this is unsummonable. Right. What about the next one? What else could we pull? Another Vendread, another Orchestrion, Dimension Slice. It is... This gets us closer to the proficiency, but the proficiency is only a base. So, not sure we play it unless we go to, like, Stun.deck. Wow, those cards are useful, right? so many duplicates and we're not even playing half of them in the first place. Yeah, the deck doesn't change from there, I do believe. Oh, if you're unfamiliar, by the way, I'm pretty sure you are familiar. Like, you've been in the chat before, but Masochist deck. And it's also the pinned message, and the stream hasn't... Well... Yeah, the stream hasn't, so... Knock on wood, I guess. Ignore the fact that chat is paused. There we go. This is how it's looking at the moment. The new additions that are, you know, pretty good recently. We got Boldrake, and we just picked up Triple Tactics talent this stream. So, you know, it's getting there. The power level of this deck is rising. And we have 2 more wins until we rank up into Plat 3. Do you think we can get there? I don't think we've been in Plat 3 once. I feel targeted. That opposing name feels oddly specific. As far as hands go, this ain't great. But on the other hand, if the sleeves are accurate, they have no more Light Fiends. They seem to think I'm going to special summon. They might be mistaken. Yeah, they control no more pyros. They control no more machines. So, I think that was a decent activation. The only problem is we need a normal summon to actually do things. And whatever it is, our normal summon will probably end up costing us half our life points. So we can make Yazi and put some pressure up. Lightning Storm. Well, it would have been good. I'm going to take your Fuelos during my standby phase, but I will take it. And yeah, let's do this then. Dino. Not Dino. Unchained Doggo. Triple tack. What are we doing? I just assume... Nope. Taking control of a monster. Do you have a normal summon then? Because that's all I can think of. You have a... It's Tenpai. It's Tenpai. Yay. Damn it, 3 more wins to tier... I kind of want to get to tier 3 now, you know. I kind of want to get to Plat 3. Like, it's nice to win duels anyway, because we get more cards. But we're so close. Like, we're actually not falling back down to 4 wins to rank up. Which is a small victory. And that's what this whole series is based on. Small victories. Now, you see, this is an outstanding hand. This is absolutely phenomenal. It's called Inspector Border. Does your deck lose to it? I hope so. Not in a malicious mean way, I just need wins. They didn't instantly surrender, which doesn't do much for my confidence. There's a lot less instant surrendering as soon as you make it out of, like, silver or gold. But it does sometimes just happen they realise they can't quite beat Inspector Border. They think they understand the effect, and then they do a thing it's like, no, you know what, I don't understand the effect. There is a reason why this guy is limited. They may or may not be finding it out. That's if they do anything. Anyway, how have you been? Good time to talk to chat. Good time to catch up on things. Have you been having a good time? Has life been treating you kindly? At least kindly enough? We're at the 2-hour mark of stream. So we can definitely keep going for another hour. And that is the sign of a deck that cannot beat Inspector Border. Set 1, set 2. End phase. You bet we're using Cosmic on that. Call by. Not necessary. Right. Curtain Raiser is another activation of card effects. So we do just have to... It's Maxi. Okay. Got them on the 7-turn clock. It's good to know you're doing well. It's nice when people are coming back to visit, and it's nice to know that it's not like, you know, it's just they're having a good time anyway, so why not? Let's pop in. Set mystery card. Well, the last one was called by, so I don't reckon that this one's going to do much. Set another monster. I'm very tempted to summon the... Oh, I'm so tempted. But the problem is, if I do, then they get a card effect. They get an activation of something. If it's a hand trap, we kill it. That's the reason we're attacking with Inspector Border first. The first one was Max C, but yeah, there you go. The next one is Ash Blossom. This is going to be a very slow duel if they decide that they want to just do this all day, but I'm fine with it. What can we do? We've got 2 level 4s in hand. We could make Transverser for giggles, but the thing is, there's no point. It just gives them a monster activation. We don't want them to have any. We would prefer non-pendulum normal summons. Maybe they're just hoping to draw into an Imperm. It could be as simple as that. And if they're hoping to draw into an Imperm so they can then normal summon, we do have Crackdown. And once we do that, I guess we can either keep the Crackdown. Yeah, that's fine. You don't get an effect. End phase. Well, this is where I could Synchro Summon, but looking at that, I don't think we need this card, so I think we just go Battle. We just start hitting them more. Save the Crackdown for if we do end up needing it. Never think that your opponent's out of it, because they will come around, surprise you again. Right. We can normal summon this next turn for game, but it does immediately give them the chance to activate any one monster effect. And if I actually had to guess, I'd just say this is going to be the structure deck, isn't it? Add a Resonator, that's fine. These are all, you know, spell trap effects, and it's not like a single Resonator is going to do you anything. You could summon something that could beat over Sangan, and then I could take it with Crackdown instead. Yeah, there's Vision. Now what? Set. I think it's just called Be Patient. Yeah, it's just called Be Patient. I'm gonna set a guy as well. And we're just gonna hit them for 1,000. Always assume it's a hand trap. Never assume it's low stat. We couldn't finish them that turn anyway. It should have been the play a few turns ago to set the Abyss Actor. Because now we can just tribute summon Magnemite, and that will do it. There's the... Yep. I mean, now we just let him, yeah, go to battle phase. And now we just, you know... There you go. Solve the game. Easy. Just draw Inspector Border. Just make him count. Use the space between to force your opponent to break. That's all there is to it. Just force them out of imperms, lightning storms, evenly matched, everything. And now comes the long part. Refusing to just surrender or pass turn. Stalling out the clock for the win. Assuming that I will leave first. I need to stay here. This does not happen very often. This special little screen that is called a victory. Your opponent surrendered, probably. Or timeout. How do you think people react to losing to a Masochist deck? Because rare moment of, you know, what is it? Rare moment of self-awareness. But I react to losing to, like, every deck the way a lot of people probably react to losing to a Masochist deck. Like, we lost to Horus earlier by, like, they were on 50 life points and they drew, like, Lightning Storm. Which dealt with my spell traps. No, Feather Duster, sorry. The one of Feather Duster. And I was like, come on, that's like the one card you needed and you just drew it. And they had been milling their deck a long time and, you know, really cycling through their cards. But the problem is, of course, that, like, my deck is nearly full of one-offs. There are a good number of cards which we have two of. Like, if you take a look at this, we've got two. We do have two of this, but we're not playing two. I think we might even have three. That's a two of, that's a two of. This is a three of. You know? Like, there's a lot of... I mean, this is kind of like two of the same guy. It's two level 6 dragons that are 25, 2000. Both kind of DD Crow. But most of the deck is pretty much one-offs. And they look at our deck construction, they would probably react the exact same way. So yeah, rare moment of self-awareness, I guess. It's not going to happen again. It might, I don't know. Depends how long this goes on for. Not this specific duel, but the series. Because this specific duel can't go on much longer. They have got to be about out of time. Even if you do interact, you've got to, like, make a play or something. What did they have as the, like... In terms of, like, actual Resonator combo, this is full combo as far as I'm aware from their hand as well. Because they had the Called By, they had Maxi, Ash, Soul Res. And Soul Res gets to add a level 4 or lower Fiend monster from your deck to your hand, which is currently sitting here. And then you get to use this as synchro material, it gets you into the 6, you keep, and so on and so forth. It just kind of goes from there as soon as you hit Red Rising. So they had full combo, but Inspector Border, so I guess understandably peeved. Especially because it's like, they don't know if I'm on, you know, 1 or 3 Inspector Border. Inspector Border isn't a known one-of, it's limited. So yeah, they are obviously just kind of running it down. Hoping I leave. How do you react to people hoping you leave the duel? Do you give them what they want? Or do you actually stay in? Because I feel it's always worth staying in. Just show them that it's not going to work, that they should just quit if they can't. They may or may not learn the lesson. And if they're gonna just, like, you know, stay there and try and time stall, then that just tells me it's a free win. And I should stay in. Yep, time stalling did not work for some reason. Could you imagine that? Battle phase. Sangan. And Inspector Border. Not allowing me to do the last one. How rude. One ticket. What do you mean one ticket? I beat him thoroughly. Yeah, it's just Resonator. Right. So off the back of that win, we now get another 2 Master Packs, and I'm starting to be more than happy that I got the sheer number of gems when I did. Because we are starting to eat through those without a huge amount of progress, which is the unfortunate part. It's something. That's the 3rd Curtain Raiser. Dark level 4 Pendulum, very easy to get to now. Gunken card. This is just a special summon, right? It is just a special summon. Probably better for rank 4s. Could work with synchros, but looks like it's going to be better in a rank 4 strategy, which is not something we're really doing just yet. We have rank 4s, it's just our synchro lineup is better. Like, we've got Borreload Savage Dragon, that's a negate. How often do we go into a Link monster? Rarely, but... I don't think we can play this. I don't think we have enough cards that mention. Tearlament card, another Chronomaly, another Trumpeter. This is a good double. Synchro 8. Cannot be destroyed by battle unless it was summoned from the extra deck. If synchroed, you can add an Emblema. Then you can destroy 2 cards, 1 on each field. If a face-up Centurion you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your grave, you can special summon it. We have a couple of Centurion cards. I can't remember what they are. The main thing is that this is a Synchro Tuner, I guess. But I still don't think we just make the room for it in the extra deck. Another Salamander Fusion. A Cosmo Light Sword. Gains 500 attack defense, 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase, and if it attacks a defense, inflict piercing. But that's only applied to a Psychic, which is the pilots, not the ships. You can pay 800 to add it. It's not a bad card. It's just a little different. Ooh. If you control no face-up monsters or they're all Light Fiend, you get a special summon a token. It's a level 1 token, does not make Anima. Doesn't lock us from summoning for the rest of the turn. Interesting. It is just a token summoning card, which I don't think is worth playing. How many wins? 2 more. This might be the purgatory we're trapped in. You see, this is what I'm looking forward to building. But unfortunately we have 5 and 12. And nothing in between. The main deck is a little bit patchy. This is limited. Good to know. We have some tier cards. What do we have for FAs? Not much. This is known. This is what Cosmos we have. We have 4 of this, and we have 1 of this. Now, Wicked Witch with the Equip card would be really, really solid. The problem is that Wicked Witch is one of, and we aren't really playing enough ships to, like, you know, reliably play it. What was I thinking about checking out? This one. Related cards. So it's related to every hero. We need to be checking cards which mention Dark Fusion. Like this thing, maybe. Nope, that doesn't mention Dark Fusion. It is an evil hero, but it doesn't mention it. Sinister Necrom doesn't. Malicious Edge doesn't. Inferno Wing does, but that requires getting to Dark Fusion first. Okay, we would have the field spell. Actually, no. Let's go to Dark Fusion. Where is it? So we would have... Oh no, I think that is genuinely no exaggeration. Number of Dark Fusion and spells that mention it. Oh yeah, that's completely unplayable for us. Okay. But yeah, summons a token. Which, we can't use it to make this, but we can use it as part of Haggard's material, or part of the material for Power Code, or Steel Star. But it does require we control no monsters or only Light Fiends, so I guess it doesn't work. And... like, yeah, technically we have Chronomalies. What do you have? If your opponent controls a card and you control none, special. We have the Gordian Knot. If normal summoned, you get special one from your hand. This card's level becomes the current level. Ooh. That's neat. That gives us actual, like, rank 5, rank 6 access. Probably want to go into Vimana first, right? This only works on numbers. I thought it worked on Chronomalies as well. Once per turn, target face a monster on the field, and one Xyz monster or Chronomaly in your grave. That monster on the field gains half the attack of that. And once per turn, when your opponent activates a quick effect, attach 2. Then attach that monster from the grave. Oh, okay, so he does need graveyard set up. That's a little bit less good for the attack gain anyway. Okay, do we play a third? It's more consistency on just having a free special summon on turn 1. It conflicts with Fenrir, and it works with any of our tuner monsters, with the exception of Assault Synchron. 1, 2, 3, 4 tuner monsters, 5. I'm not sure we do play it at 3, because I don't really know what we cut. Jurighetto was a really solid card. I don't think we just bumped the cut deck to 46. This is good recovery. We need spell track removal. This is effect negation. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I think we'll ignore it for the moment, and I will struggle in turmoil with that decision later when I actually have to make it. But for now, 2 wins. We only need 2 wins. We can do it, right? Surely. They have no titles and they're in Platinum. Surely we can win. It's not, you know, a prophecy of things to come. There are two types of players who are intimidating. Those with all the titles and those with like 1 or 2. 60 cards. Huh. Is it Tearless Sworn? It's Penguin. Huh. Then flip. What do you flip up, good sir? Or is that a different effect? It's separate effect, okay. Jellyfish. The effect's negated, but you do have a level 8 Synchro. Which is what you're making. For white Aura Whale. Destroyed, banish a water, special as a tuner. And that's a 10 synchro. Right, place your bets. This is what I'm worried about. Because we do have 8 synchro access, but the problem is that it destroys. That one is when synchro summoned. So it won't Raigeki when it comes back. But this will prevent them from being Raigeki'd in the first place. Right. Pendulum scale. This is a tricky one. It might be... Oh, it might have been... Oh, they let that go through. Hold on. Are you a hard, soft once, anything? Once per turn before damage calculation. It's a soft once, but it is a once. And it's before damage calculation. So I should still be able to use a negate in there. So I think the play is this, and we just synchro summon. Because, yeah. Synchro summon, no effect. No effect. It's an optional effect, so I still think we hit the white Aura Whale. They have to banish if they want to keep it on the field. They put it in defense. It's not like banishing's a steep cost for them, it's just it forces them to do it at least once. Now, the obvious problem is that this doesn't really accomplish that much. This could do something. 2 attacks on monsters, right. Main 2. Set 1. Set 2, I guess. It's not great. How else do I put it, you know? We can negate this, basically, by using the punk card. But that's it. We get to pop it, it comes back. Yeah, go for it. Umi is not on the field. You're just putting monsters into the grave? Is that the idea? Okay. You become Penguin Squire. And you become level 5. That's fine. Battle phase. So, yeah, they do the smart thing. Declared battle. We do this. They chain. Oh. Huh. Damage step rulings. Things that I'm just, you know, not particularly fluent with, I guess. Yeah, go for it. I know it's not the best guy to make, but what's the alternative? I make Borreload Savage with, like, nothing. And Borreload Savage can't clear Adrian. Or it can clear Adrian, and then that's it, right? So, what can I do? I can summon Sangan. I can't do a lot. Not really. Like, what would be good here? The Cubic. Yeah, that does not do it, I'm afraid. That's 1200. Yeah, they just have it. Was there a better line of play? I don't think there was. Unless it was let Sangan search something. Because it would have been sent to the graveyard. So we would get the search off. It might have just been let the Sangan go to grave. Search for... Well, animal wouldn't have worked. So there's no point searching for the... Oh, you know what? It would have worked, because we could have searched for the level 1 water. Well, the more you learn. Right, set 1. Set 2, they have... Oh no. Slightly dodgy connection. Right. If the sleeves are accurate, we don't do much against their deck. At least not right now, anyway. But they might just have connection problems. They might have bricked and decided, fuck it, this isn't worth doing. That's Primite. Primite can be many things. What if we do this and activate to try and get the Kaiju field spell? They could just have Ash. Or they could wait and see what the field spell is, and then Drill Beam it. Thing is, unfortunately, they found this. So even if it is Blue Eyes, there's Purge. Okay, so no Ash Blossom for the remainder of the duel. What else does that cut out in the hand trap line? I think it's just Ash Blossom that's significant, no Bystials. There's Lordly Load. Lordly Load, Primite. Probably Drill Beam. It is, in fact, Drill Beam. But you need... What's the conditions on Drill Beam? I should be familiar. Normal monster, or if you control a normal monster or a level 5 or higher Primite. Right, this is fine. Because they now currently do not control a normal monster, so I can at least stop this. They can summon a normal monster from deck, but then they use their Drill Beam on getting rid of this after this has been established, I guess. Oh, you just reveal a monster in hand. Yeah. No, they might just have it. Looping Drill Beam probably just solos what we can do. I guess, yeah, sometimes you just open better. We've got 40 cards. We have been through Metaverse, Imprisoning Mirror. Oh, they could just put game on board. Like, straight up. So, to save ourselves sitting through it, I know it's a bit defeatist, but they can just put game on board, and we cannot beat a looped Primite Drill Beam. We would have to be able to banish the one copy of it they do run, assuming it is a one copy card. I should have probably looked at their list. But I think the people who are playing Primite Blue Eyes play the Drill Beam as a one-off. Which I think is ridiculously strange. Like, granted, its both effects are hard once, but I don't know why you wouldn't play two. Unless you believe that deck space is just really that tight. Right. Oh, what a killer going first hand. Shame. If it's Primite Blue Eyes, we do just kind of lose. What did I say? I guess the thing is they could add add Drill Beam with this, and then yeah, they just have it. This is so hard to beat. I need to. There's no. Unless your opponent fumbles the combo, there's no way for me to actually, like, clear it going second. They just have too much. Do I bother? I don't think we do. It doesn't make for particularly interesting streaming, I know, to see just, like, a whole bunch of surrenders. But with this hand, well, let's put it this way. They could make 2 Synchro 9s, one of which is... Ooh, wait a minute. No, it takes on normal summon. I was about to say no, because the thing is they make 2 Synchro 9s. One of them is an Omni, the Blue Eyes one, and then the other one's a Monster Negate. Now, if we were able to normal summon V-Jam Anima, this is also relying on them putting them in these zones, but Anima, to try and take one of them, they use the Monster Negate, which is a Negate Destroy on Anima, which would then leave us, you know, a clear field we can summon Border, and then because they've done with their monster effects, we could do Lightning Vortex. But you see there's a second issue, which is, I believe that the... Can I do related cards? I can't related cards bullshit my way through it. But long story short, the other Synchro 12 that they summon protects all your cards the first time they would be destroyed. The thing is, that might be an activated effect, but it requires 2 normal summons. We don't have 2 normal summons. And we don't even have a special summon. If we get perfect pendulum scales, we can technically do it. But, that didn't happen. So let's just call it a day, right? First, please, I wish to win. I wish to earn cards and banish yours somehow. We did at some point make... Oh, Jesus, this is horrible. If they're on lights, we're fine. If they're on anything else, we're buggered. So, set 1. Set 2. Set 3. Your move. And it's fine that we put this in the Pendulum Zone, because this is the one that's being used. However, they did just draw and start blinking, so maybe they don't like their hand too much. Fenrir. Ooh. Okay, let's see what they do. They get to add a Kashira, that's fine. They were always going to do that. I think we might save Metaverse until we can guarantee that Fenrir is off the field. So we can do Dark Sanctuary to hope to, Is this just Tearlament? It's Tearlament with Kashira, isn't it? This does less than nothing. Yeah, we somehow just looked into an incredibly bad matchup again. This gets to banish a card. A face-up card your opponent controls. Sad times, really. Tearlament gameplay is not interesting. For my sanity, and for using the time we do have to the fullest, we might as well. Keep it going. We're now back at 4 wins. We're not ranking up this this month. 'Tis sad times, but It sometimes just happens that way. I wonder how long it will be before we get to Plat 3. If we have got to Plat 3 already, and I've forgotten it, then that's a shame. But, you know. The thing is, with like, it's just going to be such a struggle, and we're trying to get to, you know, Diamond for the next group of rewards, so, you know, there are just problems. Max C, it would be hilarious. Or Fu. There you go. People literally just text. Scared. I cannot read all that. So, yeah, we do what we were always doing, which is normal summon the witch and then set a card. Does this win us the game? Not by a long shot. But we do have a Bestial in hand. We have an Anima for next turn. We get something back. We possibly have Battle Phase negates, you know? And we just have a level 4 monster who's going to stick on the field. Could you just put a different monster on the field, like, right now? Like, right this second? Please. What are you... Oh, you're banishing him yourself. That's weird. I don't think you want to do that, but I guess maybe your hand's a little bricked. Yeah, go for it. Can't stop you adding, so what's the point in activating an effect? I think I have to do it now, so sure, we'll pay the 1,000. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'd rather be safe. It's a body on the field. I was wrong. Okay, so we can animate Steel Magnamut. And then what? What are you getting? Ooh, I don't like that. Can I put on lethal? I don't think I can put on lethal. Oh, wait, no, I totally can. But have they got Fulos? We don't need it. There is a high chance they actually have Bestials in hand themselves. Special Anima. So, zones. And just so they don't. Well, no, they could have done it at that point anyway, but... Anyway, game. Do you have Battle Fade or the like? Because this is just done. Success! Yes! I did not expect to win that quite as easily. We did it. We performed an OTK. Look at us go. Look at our power. What is that? Pretty much Fiendsmith. Just, you know... Primate Fiendsmith. Feet Bestials. I'm not sad to have beaten them. Just out of curiosity. We haven't done, like, any... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I hope like the theme music for a minute, because we are giving up on it. Clear condition? We have banished one card. Outstanding. It is going to take us a small eternity to complete that. But, plus sides, we have 5 whole legacy tickets with something spicy. It's not that spicy. If there are face-up monsters with the same name on the field, destroy those monsters. I guess technically it stops Blue Eyes. If you could, like, flip it up as they have the what's-its-face, the 2 spirit dragons on the field. It's like so unbelievably niche. Right. Soul Purity and Light, our second copy. Dupe Frog. This is good, but we don't have frogs. We barely even have, like, 2s. Winged Rhinos. I can't say I've seen this card before. Magnetic Mosquito, that we already have. That's another Dynamist, so that's neat. That is the monster effect, okay. Spirit of the Books, that's just a normal. That's terrible. That is a single-use card. I've never looked at the art of this that clearly. I don't know what it is. Maybe we don't know just because it isn't a Yu-Gi-Oh card. But Yu-Gi-Oh does a lot of self-references, so maybe it is, and I'm just, you know, not up to date with the 2005 card or something. Right. Hieratic. Normal summon without tributing becomes 1000. Target dragon normal. The levels of all Hieratics become that. And if tributed, you get special dragon normal. Crystal pair. Crystal beast support, so no. That's the win condition we can't achieve. That's a Traptrix, but it's one we already have. That is... Okay, weird thing. We have the Gen X Link one. Problem. We have no payoff. We have no extenders for it. We have none of the good cards. Ghost of a Grudge. That is not really going to help us at all. And a Fire Fist Synchro. Which is a little too specific, unfortunately. We don't really have a Fire Fist deck going on. So that's not going to work. But Justice of Prophecy won't either. We need spellbooks. Ooh. Okay, so the problem is this stops Fiendsmith. And how much else? I guess it stops the Diabell Star. It stops... it kind of stops Centurion. Wait, no, I can't respond to Synchro Summons for Centurion. I don't know. Need to think about it. We don't have enough Madolches. We can't justify it. Last time I checked, we just don't. It's a new 7. It's a quick effect if it has a dragon. Okay. Mystic Piper. Tribute, draw, reveal. If it's a level 1, draw 1. That is so unbelievably bad. Like, this is better. Just straight up, the Amorphage Gluttony. Okay. I guess, yeah, let's check out the deck just before we go into the next duel real quick. So, what are we looking at? What do we have in terms of Traptrix? We have 1. You can add a Traptrix monster. Quick effect, target a set spell, return, set. So dodge is like Twin Twisters, MST Cosmic, that kind of deal. Oh wait, no, it doesn't dodge Cosmic, does it? No Cosmic targets, okay. This one, normal summoned, add a field spell. Special summoned, target one and banish it until the end phase. Or standby phase, doesn't matter. If your opponent is special summoned a monster with 2,000... No. Special summoned a monster this turn, target one monster your opponent controls with 2,000 more attack, destroy it. And then if you have a hole, you can banish one. I guess we want to see what's related to this, because that will give us our list of hole traps. 1,500 or less. That's pretty decent. I think these are cards that would go in stun, though, rather than the actual list, right? Because Torrential just does a board wipe, And we don't normally have all that much. Like, this is... Well, let me be honest, how often we use it? If we see it, we use it, right? It's just good. It's an effect negate, we just need to know when to time it. I guess the difference is this is a timing issue. This one, there's a timing issue, we need to know when. And this is, your opponent summons, like, this combo thing. Because you get to banish it face down, they don't get it back. I guess we might just swap those out now. See how that goes. Deep Dark. Okay, let's take a look at our Centurion Synchro, just as a gauge, right? Related. Oh yeah, I did mean to actually check this. So we have... That's an Emblemmer. That's an Emblemmer. That's Bonds, that would wake up. Okay. And then we have these two and this one. It just makes this. If Synchro summoned out Emblem. Anyway. No, your opponent can respond. Your opponent can respond when the thing is Centurion do it on chain links. But the last one... What is the last one to resolve? Normally the field spell, I think. Let's read the Centurion field spell real quick again. So, if a monster is special summoned, after this effect resolves, immediately after this effect resolves, Synchro Summon. So it doesn't have to be at the end of a chain, which is somewhat of an issue. This isn't level 5 or higher, these two are. If you banish this, it seems that it stops them a little bit. Yeah, it's Deep Dark. It again relies on us going first, but we are trying to go first a lot of the time. I think we'll put it in, but I'm not sure what to swap around at the moment, so we'll just leave it. We'll say that that's the change, and we'll go to the next one. We should have enough time for another duel, and yeah, then I think I'll have to call it a session, because we're getting on to 10 o'clock and I still have things to do before I go to bed. I'm going first. That was a very fast selection there. You possibly on a Fire Dragon archetype. Let's have a look. 42, 15. Well, if they are on a Fire Dragon archetype, then this setup should be fine. Because destroy the spell trap, I get a guy from deck. Leave the spell trap and I get to... there's only the one that I think is a valid target. One of them's 17, one of them's 16, one of them's 15. So that's slightly annoying. On the other hand, if it's Ancient Gear... Right, we have a set one. Maybe they wanted me to commit more. Double-headed Dino. Are they possibly just on a Masochist deck? They might be. No effect, no attack. It was a special summon. You know, I think we might have come against a Masochist player. What can we do? we can Kaiju. We risk it, I think, right? Special summon. Now, I think as a Masochist player, they will have a much better idea for what's actually about to happen than average Joe. But, you never know. Maybe they don't. And if they do somehow manage to guess it prior to getting to Anima, then we can still just banish it temporarily. So, this keeps our options open. There's Anima. Max C. You activated that at the wrong time. No, we get that. Yeah, I think we just go battle and just hit them for 33. Mirror Force. Okay. And the Transcendrake. Now, I think banishing Trap Hole is not going to be particularly effective here. Okay. If this card is special summon, send a Dino. If this card is destroyed. Right, so what I can do now is just Time Breaker Magician for it. What are you sending? It is just dinosaurs, right. During the main phase, you can banish a number, including this special summon. Right. So, we do need to clear it, and they do have access to, quite realistically, the out TM. But, if they only banish, like, 1 or 2, we can just banish that monster face down, and that will call the turn. Gives us a little bit of time to stall to get something together. Another one. Okay. How many do you banish? It's got to be like 1 or 2, right? Not that many. Do you just banish 5? Oh, no, you banished 4. Overraptor then? It is Overraptor. We might be in a spot of bother. Tis Dinos. Tis Dinos playing Mirror Force, though. Like, you know. I don't know if that's... like, I know we have one. I don't know what it does. Oh, how many other targets are we gonna get? I think that's probably the move. They go to battle phase, they hit us for 34. We have to keep banishing this because it just has 35. It's bigger. It's scarier. Like, this being popped would be a great service to us, so I guess Olinoids would be a good card right now. What do they got in end phase? What do they have in end phase? Oh, this dies. Why does it die? Miscellaneous? Sangan. Right. Come back. Be gone. Because Sangan nets us a search, which will be good enough, honestly. What we can do is because I think... wait, we used Anima, right? Yeah. They're going to be playing around Anima zones and Transversus zones for the whole game now. Jirak. Sure. Right. Moment of truth. What do we actually want to get? Might just be this. I think we just get this. It beats this. It beats this. We keep banishing the other guy, so this guy always stays at its 2-2. We have a discard to, you know, use against this thing. We keep them off of this one, I think. And we're solid. We're fine. And we just got triple tactics, so we get a draw 2. Where are you putting him? Transversal column. Not that it matters, we are just doing it again. Then we can normal summon. Go battle phase. Attack over this one. Wait. Yeah. Attack over this one. Discard? Yes. Main 2? Main phase, damn it. Thinking triple tax works slightly different than it does. Honestly, it's probably a good thing if we can't use this for the duel. I mean, you're gonna have, like, dead draws at some point, right? I gain 1,000. That is, Synchro 8. Please don't do anything with it. That is a Synchro 8. Dino Wrestler. What does this do? Target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Damn. Can you not destroy a spell trap? I'd really appreciate it. Right. I have very few things. Maybe I should have got the set. No, because they do just still pop it. Cosmo. Come back. How do we do? I don't think we do, honestly. Do you just... Yeah. Yeah. Let them do it. I'll let you hit in for the game. Man, that really sucks. Triple Tack was dead. I guess it's they drew a level 2 tuner to synchro with their 6. It's just, normally you kill the tuner monster, right? If you've played, like, Edison format, I believe you do just kill the tuner. Because it's so much easier to get good non-tuner monsters than it is good tuner monsters. That was different, though. That was different. It was pretty much just constructed dinosaur. We just saw the weird part of it. The end game plan is definitely still Conductor Tyranno. They are playing the Transcendosaurus Link 3, even. I forgot that this was a card. I knew about this one, because, well, we have it. We have this. Yeah, okay, we don't have that one. But then, yeah, they have a Link. We have the 6. We have this guy. We don't have this. And we don't have the, various support cards, I guess you'd say. But Transcendosaurus looks like an interesting archetype. Well, it's not an archetype. An interesting theme. Anyway, we are kind of about the point that I am wrapping up the stream. 210 gems. But yeah, previously, like about 2 streams ago or so, we were at like 11k gems. We are eating through those at 2 packs per win, even if we're not winning, like, loads of the time. As it is, 401 victories. We have reached 400 wins. That's very nice. And yeah, that means that we would need to be at 1,204 duels to have lost our 33% win rate. Well, 33% plus, I should say. And we let that one go through. Okay, 6 months. 6 cards banished of our opponents. It's something. It's a start, okay? It's not going to do it all the time. It's going to be very hard to keep that up, even. But yeah, that's going to be the stream. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure having you guys in chat. And I look forward to catching you guys on Monday, where we're just going to be picking that back up. Fingers crossed, I can get myself to make the machine deck and the, the stun deck. Not because the stun deck will be fun, but because, you know, we probably need to remake it. We've had a significant number of cards come in since then. So, I think that'll be the plan for me over the weekend. Anyway, my name is Cat Monarch. Hope you've all had a good time, and plan to catch you next stream on Monday. Goodbye for now.